Hello and welcome to 2022 in review. My name is WW Dadman, but you already know that. And since we do this every year, I thought I'd do it a little bit different this time. This time we're going to check out the Steam Awards and talk about the games that are nominated there, as well as just do the general voting for the Steam Awards. Since they just went live when I'm recording. Then I'm gonna go through both my recap for PlayStation and Switch, since those were sent out by Sony and Nintendo respectively a few weeks ago. And then we're gonna just generally talk about the games that we played this year and that came out this year, and see which ones were good, which ones were bad, what else happened, and what we are looking forward to in the future. So, first off, the Steam Awards. Let's start off with the Game of the Year voting. So, nominations for Game of the Year are Dying Light 2, which I have absolutely no interest in. Elden Ring, which is a great game, but I do not do RPGs, so yeah, this is one of those games that's really great game. I just would not be able to play that. Stray, yeah, I want to talk about Stray for a little bit anyway, so scratch that off the list right away. Now, Game of the Year, definitely not. Is it visually really cool? Yes. Just look at the trailer literally playing on your screen right now. Is it cute? Yes. Did I enjoy most of it? Yes. Did I enjoy all of it? No. There is like a bunch of problems with this game. One, the story with the robots and everything is really not that compelling at all. I personally don't see the reason to like care for the robots at all. Like the only one I care about is the main character, the cat, which is kind of, you know, if you're gonna tell a story about the robots in this game, then make me care about the robots, because I don't care. That's one failure of the game. The other failure was the stealth elements. Very heavy quotation marks on that. There is no stealth. It's just garbage. Having a game where you play a cat, where the stealth gameplay is basically non-existent, is just really fucking horrible. And that really ruined a lot of the game for me. Generally, the controls of the game are not the greatest. Like, just to point out one specific thing, when you try to jump into one of the cardboard boxes to hide, you stop before jumping in. If you run at it, you stop before it and then jump in. You don't get one fluid animation like a real cat would do it. Because there's no way a cat would just stop in front of it, that stop out of nowhere, and then jump in. And the bad thing about that is that animation gives the stupid drones that you just saw there in the video as well enough time to shoot you right before you fucking get in. It's those little things that ruin the game for me, to an extent. So, Game of the Year, hell no. God of War, that one already got Game of the Year. Did that win? I think that won Game of the Year, right? On the Game Awards. So, yeah, deservedly so. It's a good game. Again, it's too RPG for me though. So, yeah, not my kind of game. COD. Do we really need to talk about COD? Like, do we need to talk about COD? I don't think we need to talk about COD. My personal vote for Game of the Year here goes to Elden Ring. Excuse me for a moment. The servers are lagging. There we go. Yeah, the servers of Steam are as per usual lagging when the sale goes live. So no wonder really, but yeah. VR game of the year. Now, I did not play any VR games this year. However, Bone Labs, I saw a bunch of content on that. That's a pretty good game. Hitman 3, I haven't seen much of the VR gameplay, and honestly, I don't see how it would work that well. Green Hell is basically survival. Yeah, it's basically the fucking forest in VR, as you see. So yeah, meh. Among Us VR, it's just Among Us, but in VR, I'm not like Among Us is just. I don't get why it became such a huge phenomenon. I mean, the game is basically what was that old like that there was a like party game about werewolves in a village that had basically the same premise as this in like kind of the where the werewolves would try to eliminate the entire village while the village would try to find out who the werewolves are and vote out people to freaking try to eliminate the werewolves. So yeah, this is basically that concept, but in different setting. But yeah, I don't see why the VR version would deserve a VR game of the year. Backrooms. Now I like the Backrooms lore, but generally I'm not a fan of VR horror. So for me, this vote goes to Bone Labs. Yeah, just really not. I didn't play much of VR games this year, and the only VR game that I personally vote for is Moss 2. So, yeah, it's also the only VR game I played at all this year. So, I should use my VR headsets more, but it really didn't feel like it. Labor of Love, Dota. Yeah, fuck off. I couldn't care less about anything that's a MOBA. Project Zomboid, basically good game. I don't know how they deserve the Labor of Love award, because I don't own the game. I have no idea how they keep that game updated, so I'm sorry. No idea here. No Man's Sky, yeah, well, obviously. If you've seen like the contrast between my first Let's Plays of No Man's Sky and the co-op Let's Play with Medic, that's been going on for a long while now. Yeah, No Man's Sky definitely just keeps on getting better. I have no idea what that game is. Literally never seen that game before. And Cyberpunk, nominating that for Labor of Love is like that borders ridiculous. Like that borders. No, I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Like, how would you come up with that? Just because they fixed a completely broken ass game, that doesn't make it a labor of love. You know, fuck off. Also, as you see, I did nominate No Man's Sky, so yeah, obviously I'm voting for it. Better with Friends. I would also have nominated No Man's Sky here. I would have nominated a lot of games here. I did nominate something that didn't make it. I never played, I don't think, any of these. And obviously multiplayer games like Multiversus or I don't know, Raft, I guess, is better with friends, but honestly, fighting game probably the one that makes the most sense to say it's better with with friends, because it kind of gets boring a lot if you don't play against other people. So yeah, gonna Multiversus on that. Outstanding visual style. That's the only plus point on Scorn for me. Yeah. You've seen me play Scorn for like a little bit. If you've seen if you've watched the video, that is. Now Scorn, I did not take it for what it ended up being, which is more of a puzzle game. At least at the start. I didn't continue past like the intro, basically. Mostly because I kinda didn't see the way up on the first like hub area. So yeah, I completely missed an elevator. But yeah, I generally I watched that afterwards, that part that came after that, the puzzle that was on top of the elevator, because I didn't feel like going back to the game anyway. It's not like I'm spent money on it, it's on Game Pass. Yeah, it's not the greatest game, to be honest. It's then the puzzles, like I've watched somebody solve the puzzle that was up there. It took way too long. Like, if I have an art style like this, I want it to be more of the shooter part of the game and less of the puzzle part. It's just, no. They kinda missed the point on that for me. Just not a fan. Bandy and the Dark Revival, I did not play or watch any of the Bandy games. They're really not at all something I find interesting or would wanna play at all. It's just not my kind of thing. Cult of the Lamb, definitely a great game. I should definitely finish that soon. Now that I should have more time again to play other games other than Pokemon. That's definitely something that's coming up. The only reason like I really took a break of that was because Scarlet and Violet came out. Yeah, so that's coming back anyway. It's a great game. Visual style is pretty cool. I like it a lot personally. I would vote for that at the moment. Let's see what the rest is. We've got Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. I am not a superhero fan at all, and the visual style of this is literally not even that outstanding. Like, okay, it looks cool, yeah. It's just a Spider-Man game. It's just another Spider-Man game. There's nothing about it that's like great to me. Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Now, that game, visually, absolutely amazing. I actually do want to play through that, even though it is an RPG. Um, we'll have a look at that eventually. But it's not that outstanding visually. It looks really cool. Has some really cool designs. I like the little dudes. Um, but there's something about it that's not that just doesn't scream outstanding to me. Like visual styles, this is more of a duel between Scorn and Cult of the Lamb here. While I really don't want to give Scorn an award because just of the way that it went. So I'm just gonna vote for Cult of the Lamb here. Most innovative gameplay. Now, I have no idea what would be innovative in terms of gameplay, but let me see. Game I have never heard of. Game I have never heard of, but that looks actually pretty cool. What the hell? Is that... Is that basically a Destruction Company simulator? Because that's great gameplay. I guess gonna have to have a look at that. Stray, there is nothing innovative about Stray. It's just a platformer. Basically. It's a cross between platformer and walking simulator. There's hardly anything innovative about that. Neon White, that doesn't look that innovative to me. Fast-paced shooters aren't innovative. Those have been around forever. And that is way too retro to be innovative. Sorry, I don't know what that game is. I've never heard of it, but how that got nominated for most innovative, I don't know. Either way, for me, I'll go for Teardown. We'll also have a look at that game just generally on that store page after being done voting. Okay, best game you suck at. GTFO. I have never played that. I don't even know what that, like, what is that? Online co-op horror FPS. Uh-huh. Well, I don't suck at shooters, so I don't know. Victoria 3. Strategy game. Yeah, not really my kind of thing. Total War Warhammer. That's generally a franchise I do not at all have any interest in, because it is the poster child of pseudo medieval sword fights and magic and dragons and what the hell ever monster kind of stuff. I don't even know if there are dragons in this, but yeah, like this is the poster child for pseudo medieval garbage that is completely overdone. So yeah, definitely not. If I tried playing Elden Ring, I'd suck at it. I don't suck at FIFA, and FIFA does not deserve an award, just in general. So, Elden Ring. Best soundtrack. Metal Hellsinger. Yeah, if you get to actually hear it, the soundtrack is pretty good. If you get to hear it at all, because, you know, that depends on whether you do the shooting in beat. And generally, like, for a rhythm game, this is too simplistic, and I said that on my treasure for it. For being rhythm-based, it's too simplistic. For being a shooter, it's too rhythm-based. So I don't get rhythm shooters. They're just not something I find interesting at all. After trying a bunch, it's not something I want to do ever again. Sonic Frontiers. Yeah, no. I'm never gonna vote for a Final Fantasy game for anything. Persona, you know what? Seeing as Persona is part of Game Pass, maybe we'll eventually play it, but I don't even know the Persona soundtrack, personally. And the fact that a rhythm game with over 300 songs, I think, is part of this is definitely deserving of a vote. Also, I did nominate Project Diva for something. I don't know. I think I nominated it for Game of the Year, just for the hell of it. I don't remember what I nominated it for. But either way, best soundtrack definitely fits. 100%. Don't go to my inventory now. Back. We're done with it. Good. Outstanding story-rich game. Requiem, Plague Tale Requiem. Yeah, no. Plague Tale is not outstanding to me at all, other than being outstandingly bad. And that's judged from the first game. I did play the first game. It sucked. I don't get why people like it. It's garbage. God of War, yeah, probably. I haven't played it. I don't feel like playing it. Oh yeah, by the way, I said God of War won Game of the Year on the Games Awards. Obviously, Ragnarok, the sequel to this, did. Since that came out on PS5, but this is obviously Steam Awards, so this is the old game that just came out on Steam. The PC version. The Uncharted collection, I haven't played any of the Uncharted games. We will eventually, because I have all of the games thanks to PS Plus. But yeah, not gonna vote for it right now. Neither am I gonna ever vote for a Marvel game. So yeah, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe deserves a vote. Sit back and relax. Lego Star Wars. No, thank you. Power Wash Simulator. Yes. Yes. Just hell yes. Disney Dreamlight Valley. I've never heard of the game, and honestly, Disney just not really my thing anymore. I don't know. Dorfromantik. Yeah. I think when this was announced, I said this looks like it would be fun for like maybe half an hour or an hour, and then would get it incredibly boring. So this is less sit back and relax and more just fall asleep while playing. Slime Rancher, I don't get why people like that game. I really don't. If you do, good for you. I don't get it. So out of all of these, definitely gonna vote for. Fuck you! Stop making that button green! Why would you make the button to go away from the voting page green? Ah! I hate you, Steam! I fucking hate you! Anyway, best game on the go? Master Duel? Yeah, Master Duel does deserve a nomination for something, definitely. That's definitely the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, PC game that's available anywhere. So, yeah, the fact that you can just play it for free is, like, doubly cool. I've not spent a single cent on the game, and I've had a lot of fun playing the... Like, I don't even know. How much did I play this? I guess we can have a look. Can I just open that real quick in a new tab? I've played... Why does it not say that here? But yeah, I've played a bunch of it. Let me see. I'll have a look afterwards. But yeah. Vampire Survivors. When I saw this game on the... I think that was also on the Game Awards, right? I don't get why you would nominate this for anything. This is just... meh. Anyway. Death Stranding. Why would that be good for on the go? I mean, also, I don't own a Steam Deck, so I don't know any of, like, none of my Steam games would be good on the go. But I don't know why you would want to play Death Stranding anywhere other than at home. Yeah. This is, like, this and this are basically just graphical differences. And I'm not gonna vote for a Marvel game. So yeah, this goes to Master Duel then. So, now we've talked about that. With that then, let me go on back to this screen. As you might have noticed, I'm not going to edit much in this. Because, you know, it's just not... I just definitely don't have the time. Anyway, so just really quickly, Master Duel. Sorry. Master Duel, I played all in all so far 13 hours. Which isn't a whole lot. Most of the, like, I've not played this for most of the year. Last time I played this was in February. But I would have loved to have more time to play it. So, the next thing, the PlayStation frickin' wrap up, which would be, let me switch over to Why? Here. Yeah. Let me just really quickly do something about that. Yeah, that's good. Good. So, this is the PlayStation look back at stuff. My top 5 games played this year. I'm not surprised that Project Eva Future Tone is still on the frontier, since I did play through all of the game's songs on Extreme and Extra Extreme to upload the 4K capture of that. So yeah, that's all on the second channel, by the way. I'm not surprised that's still on top tier. Also, freaking Megamix Plus on Steam just released a few months, like, when did that release? At the end of the summer. And yeah, that obviously means before that I've been still playing Future Tone, since that's by far better than Megamix on the Switch. Still. But yeah, since then I stopped playing Future Tone and I'm just playing Megamix Plus. Then, second place, The Quarry, which I played for 10 hours for just one playthrough. I didn't play the second playthrough yet, right? Or the third. Because there's definitely gonna be a single stream playthrough of getting through this game with saving everyone and with killing everyone. And without a surprise, third place is also a Supermassive game, Dark Pictures Anthology, The Devil in Me, which is the most recent one. That also still gets a Curator's Cut playthrough, and it also gets a Save Everyone playthrough. The Kill Everyone was already the one I originally did. That was my blind playthrough. And then fourth place is House of Ashes, which I played, which is just the one playthrough I did earlier this year, which was the, I think that was the Curator's Cut playthrough, right? Yeah. And I did play like FIFA 22 for 4 hours in total because it was free on PS Plus. So yeah, that's the only reason I even own FIFA 22. The only reason I own or play FIFA is because it's free with something. It is free on PC from, like, I think 19 to 21 with EA Access, which is part of Game Pass. And as you see, FIFA 22 on PS5 was free with PlayStation Plus, so yeah, that's why I played that. All in all, yeah. All in all, I played 16 games on PlayStation this year, which isn't a lot. So yeah, if we just look back to the dashboard here real quick. My total playtime was 48 hours. And if we look at the trophies, I've earned 49 new trophies this year. That's basically not a lot. So yeah. That's that. And then we come to the next year-end thing, so to say, which is freaking Nintendo also sent one, and I only have the screenshot saved now, so let me really quickly bring this up. That one. My 3 most played games on Switch this year: Legends Arceus, Sword and Shield, and Violet, frickin' Scarlet and Violet. To be exact, Sword and Violet. Sword because we did some shiny hunting this year still. We did the frickin' living decks. I'm actually surprised that BDSP, Brilliant Diamond, isn't in here, since I did use Brilliant Diamond for the living decks as well. The foreign living decks. But I think that's 4th place then. And it came out this year, so the original playthrough, the Deadman's Lock, is definitely like, that was like 13 hours or something. But I definitely played these more. I mostly, like, a lot of the Pokédex entries in Arceus I did complete. So I did play a little bit after the Catch-em-all. And that Catch-em-all was already pretty long in terms of recording time. And obviously, Violet, you saw the Let's Play, it's pretty long. The last episode alone was like 8 hours alone of footage, which isn't out by the time I'm recording this, and probably is still not out by the time I'm uploading this, since it takes a while to get the Catch-em-all stuff edited down, since I don't want to like upload one giant fucking episode of 8 to 12 hours, where I mostly just try to find stuff, hatch eggs, or stuff like that does make for a watchable episode. And yeah, the episode before that with the credits scene is also not up yet because well, the credits start with Ed Sheeran's Celestial. I obviously replaced the music in that part to avoid a copyright infringement, since obviously I can't just have Ed Sheeran playing on my video. So what I did was record a cover of Celestial, and that is still going through publishing. So until that is published, I'm not gonna upload the video, since I want that song officially out before I upload it to YouTube. But yeah, that's why the last 2 episodes of that are still not up. But yeah, this is the Switch stuff then. And I think that's all the stuff I really wanted to look at. Let me see. Yep, we did that. Yeah. So then, to the other year-end stuff. Games that I just wanted to talk about a little bit. I'm not gonna make this a good or bad list this time, because there is hardly anything I can actually talk about that is either just good or just bad. There was a lot of this is good, but this is also bad stuff in this year. Let's start off with something I only got to play this year that deservedly so got a bunch of Game Awards, Game of the Year awards last year. It Takes Two. Amazing game. Go watch the Let's Play together with Medic. We had a lot of fun. I hope you also had a lot of fun watching it. And yeah, that was just a great game. Okay, we did talk about Master Duel already. Legends Arceus. Yeah, that's another one. Generally, the idea of open world, really cool. Some of the stuff about it is just not very well polished. Let's say it like that. and looking at the state of Scarlet and Violet, that's like, what are you even talking about? But still, one of the things that I really didn't like about Legends Arceus was the battles at the end, because the entire game is not at all based on battling. The battle style in this game, the entire system, is incredibly imbalanced, incredibly garbage. It's just, send out a Pokemon, one-shot something, opponent sends out a Pokemon, one-shots you, and that's going back and forth. It's a garbage system. They completely fucked up the battling system on that. That's beyond any excuses. The battle system for Legends Arceus is garbage. Other than that, I love the catching mechanics. Just going around and throwing balls at Pokemon and catching them that way without having to enter battle with them, that's really cool. Some of the battles against the nobles, not so cool. Like, Cleaver is easily cheesable. Frickin' Arcanine cheeses you. That like, it locks you behind flames on the other side of the fucking battlefield, and you can't attack it from there. You literally can't do anything against it just running you over with a Flare Blitz. It just makes no sense. Layout-wise, that's garbage. Yeah, the Arceus battle. Dude, the Arceus battle. If the game wouldn't fucking lag like shit on that battle, that would be such a great battle. But no, the game has to run at 15 FPS. That's generally something. The slowdowns on that game, in the battles, the noble battles and especially the Arceus battle, is so incredibly bad. It really doesn't help with gameplay a lot. Gotta say, if you have to dodge based on an audio cue, and the audio cue isn't in sync with the picture you're seeing anymore because it kind of lagged. It really doesn't help. It really doesn't help. Also, if the input goes like you dodge roll like a fucking quarter second too late, yeah, game says fuck you. I pressed the button. The character didn't do anything. Stuff like that, because the input lags with the game lag. It just generally, it could have used a lot more polish. Then, let's go chronological here. Isle of Bigsnacks. Bugsnax got an update, which is basically free DLC, the Isle of Bigsnacks. That was a lot of fun. We played through that on stream. That was just great fun. More of what the game was to begin with. I liked it. So, yeah. Not much more to say about that. Stand with Parable Ultra Deluxe, we did kind of talk about. We played through that entirely on a Let's Play. I absolutely love the humor. The whole bucket thing completely, like, some of the stuff is so incredibly stupid that it's just hilarious. Then we did already talk about Megamix releasing on Steam. The Quarry we kinda mentioned because it was second most played game of the year on PlayStation. Yeah, The Quarry is just classic Supermassive. I like it. I liked it a lot. Supermassive just makes great games. Cult of the Lamb we did talk about already. That's coming back definitely. I want to finish that. Also, speaking about roguelikes, I saw that my physical copy of Repentance for PS5 shipped. So as soon as that's there, Isaac's definitely gonna come back. Because we still need to get to 100% again on the Steam save. And once that is done, we're gonna start over on the PlayStation 5. On stream. What's the next? Temtem. Yeah. Temtem, a Pokemon-like. Yeah, that didn't work out. I still want to kind of do the catch 'em all, like the living Tempedia, so to say. The equivalent of a living Dex. But, you know, it kind of just doesn't, it's missing something. I don't know what, though. Maybe it's just that I don't find the story very compelling. Maybe it's the fact that it's always online garbage. Maybe it's the fact that if the servers are down, you can't even play it. Because last time I wanted to play it, which has been a while, the servers wasn't maintenance. Great. Awesome. And yeah, just not. Excuse me? Oh, I just realized that apparently I have my alerts on the other on the other screen that I had up, and somebody's just subbed to me on YouTube, so that showed up there. Sorry about that. Should turn that off while not streaming on YouTube, basically. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Also, the fact that Temtem is a full price game with microtransactions is kinda shit. Like the whole idea of it having a fucking season pass, I kinda really makes me want to throw up. Like, come on, you're selling this game for full price. Stop harvesting every single cent. Scarlet and Violet. Now, the gameplay of Scarlet and Violet was some of the greatest and most fun I've had in a Pokemon game. The graphics, as long as you're up close to the Pokemon, is great. Like, you literally can see fur texture on a Buizel, for instance, from the back. It's great. That the like shiny reflectiveness of like a Magnemite, absolutely awesome. The story is actually compelling for once. Like, this is the first time I like the story of a Pokemon game. There is no like stupid shit going on. At least nothing that's so stupid that I'm like, why? I mean, apart from Clavel dressing up as a freaking student, but yeah, that's something, I guess. But the characters actually have character. That like frickin' Nemona alone has more character than the entire cast of anything from Sword and Shield back to Black and White. Like, they did a really great job there. And that's why the bad parts don't make this a bad game for me. Because the bad parts are the game is glitchy as fuck. Like the shadows glitch, the light glitches, which is like, how completely unpolished is your game? Stuff in the distance just starts stop motioning, and it doesn't have to be even that far away. Partially in like the classroom freaking cutscenes, you have somebody sitting in the back who's literally stop motioning their feet. Which, how do Pokemon games consistently perform this badly on Switch? Like, how can it be that Game Freak just can't make a game run on Switch? Like, I don't know. Look, for instance, at new Pokemon Snap. That game looks 10 times better than anything Game Freak has ever put out. But it runs smoothly as well. Like, I don't get it. And thirdly, and that's more of a personal thing, the fact that shinies, while they appear as shiny in the overworld, do not sparkle or give a auditory signal the way they do in Legends Arceus. And by now I'm pretty sure that it wasn't just bugged. However, and that's something I totally never knew up until somebody told me on Twitter, which is kind of really sad because they should put that in the game. Any shiny that spawns in the overworld, if you have your Pokemon out in Let's Go mode and try and like auto battle, it will refuse to battle a shiny. And that's one of the reasons I haven't used freaking auto battle that much, because I didn't want to accidentally kill a shiny. It will refuse to attack that. So that's a really cool way to get to like search for an overworld shiny for something that isn't very obvious, like, I don't know, Tandemaus. But yeah, the Gen 9 freaking shiny discussion will also come up, but not before we know the actual National Dex order of the new month, since that kinda doesn't, like, we don't know that until home connectivity, and that's coming out in like spring, so that's when we do the shiny discussion as well. Dark Pictures, we also talked about. The Devil in Me was pretty cool take on the whole horror thing. Just actually having a frickin' mass murderer that's that's copying the original first mass murderer of America. Just generally, H.H. Holmes was a great topic to pick. And one more thing before we go to the exclusively bad stuff, because there is something exclusively bad. You know, the background music you're hearing, if you watched my old videos, my very old videos, you might recognize the music I'm using, and yeah, that has kind of something to do with it. That we'll come to that eventually. But yeah, before that, High on Life just released like a few days ago. I still haven't gotten to freaking play it because actually it released, I think, Thursday, a week ago exactly by now. I did not get to play on the weekend because on Saturday I first didn't have time because I was editing No Man's Sky. Then in the evening I had Christmas party, the Christmas party of the company I'm working at. So Sunday I was kinda not really in any shape to record. So then we have this week where I come home basically at like fuck you o'clock in the evening after like working for 10 hours. So yeah, no. Not recording there. So I still haven't played High on Life. I still haven't watched anything on High on Life because I want to play it blind. I haven't read any reviews of High on Life because I don't want to spoil myself. Like beyond what we saw in the trailers. Sorry. Did I say that that this week was really exhausting so far? Anyway, so yeah, High on Life, something I still want to play. The first like look at it should come out eventually. I'm still not sure whether I'll let's play the entire thing. Probably, seeing as you know the game is like by the it's the same people working on this that are also the people behind Rick and Morty and behind Trova Saves the Universe and Accounting VR, yeah, stuff like that. Which has like really great humor and just carries itself. I don't even need to do much freaking commentary there. So yeah, that's 100%. Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna say it. It's 100% gonna get a let's play. So as soon as I get to play it, which is probably gonna be this weekend, seeing as you know it's Christmas weekend. So it's not just Saturday, Sunday. I also have Monday off. So extra day would definitely give me some time. So to the exclusively bad stuff. And that's where the background music comes in. The background music I'm using right now is the same playlist I've been using for Ski Challenge. The Ski Challenge came back this year. However, it did not have a freaking PC version. It came back as a mobile exclusive, MTX ridden, freaking piece of fucking shit that looks like a cheap knockoff. Like, it legit, and I think I have a tweet showing that. Let me see. I had a tweet showing that. Let me search for that tweet real quick. Yeah, I have it here. I think I can just put on the... Yeah, that should be fine. Why is... Hello? Yeah, there we go. Don't know why that decided to be an ass, but hey, good. This is the tweet. Okay, real quick, cause I had a look at the Google Store page of Ski Challenge. Look at this screenshot of the same track. On the left side, this is from the store. On the right side, that's the same track from my Let's Play of the Ski Challenge 2016 desktop version. Same track. Again, same track. Look at this. This is the mobile game they're currently promoting. Look at the fucking polygon of a fucking balloon back there. Look at the incredibly ass texture. Look at the trees. Like, this is beyond Pokemon, this tree looks bad. And look at the skier. Like, look at the model. Look at this ass. Literally. Look at that shit. And then, look at this. And now tell me which looks better. Like, the only thing you can tell me looks better on this end is the snow. But the trees look better here. The model looks better here. The balloon back there isn't a fucking triangle. And that's a screenshot from a video. A pretty bad screenshot from a video. That's not even from the game. And it looks better than the game screenshot they have from the current Ski Challenge app. Like, this is garbage. Apart from the fact that, of course, anything that requires this amount of accuracy and in gameplay as a skiing game or the Ski Challenge in general does not work on a fucking phone or a tablet. That just doesn't work. No. And their excuse of there is no PC version because they wanted to bring it to as many people as possible, and that's the easiest over the phone. That's a completely completely degenerate reason. By exclusively doing phone, you're excluding everybody who played the PC version. Because nobody who played the PC version in any, amount that I did or that the top players did. Because I sure as hell don't see any of the top players from then playing now. Nobody playing to that extent would ever even think of trying to play that on a touchscreen. It's just bad. Either way, I've ranted about that enough in the actual video discussing this, but yeah. And then the other thing that was exclusively bad, and that's, also exclusively hilarious. Stadia shut down this year. Oh, wonder. Hate to say I told you so, but hey. But what they did not do is inform any of the developers developing exclusives for their platform or any of the employees in advance. They just straight up lied to people up until days before the shutdown. There's people who worked for the company that basically knew about the shutdown literally minutes before the articles went live. Like, the developers developing for Stadia literally didn't know up until it was officially announced that it shut down. Like, my god, Google, what the fuck? But yeah, the fact that Stadia shut down is not surprising to me at all. And deservedly so, because there was nothing about Stadia that was in any way good. It lagged like shit. And that's saying something because I've tried other streaming, like game streaming stuff in the meantime, specifically PlayStation Plus. And PlayStation Plus streaming, which is the old PlayStation now, actually has the lag issues only on some games. Like, in the treasure of DPS Plus streaming I did a while ago, you saw that it did have that problem with, for instance, I Am Bread. But for instance, PS3 game like the Batman game that we just played, no problem at all. That was like playing on the actual console. So, yeah, I totally think that streaming for PS3 games is gonna be fine for the most part. Mostly because those don't take up a whole lot of data to be sent. So even if there is minimal lag compared to an actual console, it's not significant enough to notice. So that's actually good. Yeah, so much for that. And now for the future. And I am very much looking forward to all of the stuff on this list. First of all, Wolf Among Us 2 still scheduled to release at some point. They're still working on that. Then secondly, KSP 2's early access is starting in February. We are 100% going to start playing that right away. Unfortunately, I couldn't finish my current save of KSP 1 or try out the mod that I wanted to try out that makes the like surfaces of planets look better. Parallax, I think, was the mod. I think. Let me see. Hey, OBS just crashed. So yeah, I don't think I still have the mods around. Yeah, no, anyway. So yeah, KSP unfortunately did not get to finish that save because the game kept on freezing my game my entire PC so badly that I had to hard reset it, and that corrupted the recording of OBS. So literally you would have never seen any of the stuff I actually did. So yeah, that kinda really fucked over everything about that game for me, unfortunately. I don't know what's the problem. I don't know how to fix it. I've tried stuff, none of it works. So yeah, KSP1 is officially dead for me. I don't know. We'll see about KSP2 in February. Then and the rest is basically stuff we've seen in the stream reactions to like announcement streams, to the E3 stuff, to the Gamescom opening night and Game Awards and stuff like that. We've got Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn, which is an actually interesting take on a fantasy RPG with guns instead of swords and magic. Then obviously Starfield is releasing next year, which is part of Game Pass, so we are going to try it. It very much looks like trying to redo No Man's Sky, so I don't know how that's gonna turn out. Then we've got The Invincible, which is a sci-fi first-person game set in like in like a very future tech kind of thing. We saw like very short gameplay demonstration at some point. Apparently, your choices matter in it. I don't know. It looked interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing more at some point. Then The Alters. We basically don't know much about this game from a gameplay standpoint. We literally didn't see any gameplay. But the trailer looked interesting, where the guy was literally surrounded by clones. So yeah, there was that. Then we've got Redfall, which is the next game from Arcane, who are the developers of the Dishonored series, Prey, and Deathloop. So definitely looking forward to that. Arcane makes good games. Even if I personally had a problem with Deathloop because it was just too much trial and error and redoing shit. I mean, the entire idea was to redo things over because you're reliving the same day, but it kind of was really just doing the same shit over and over again and expecting different results. So yeah, kind of insane game. Then we've got Tempest Rising, which is a Command and Conquer style RTS that actually looks like a good contender for being a successor to Command and Conquer, since EA kind of completely how do I put it? Do I have this? Okay, there we go. The corpse of the entire franchise. Yeah. It looks like it's gonna be basically a successor to Command & Conquer, and that's something I really like. Also, the old Command & Conquer games are still gonna get their gaming abridged at some point, as soon as I actually have time. Then we've got Lies of P, which is a adaptation of the Pinocchio story in a steampunk action game, which looks really cool, and I'm definitely looking forward for it. We've got Raincoat, which is by the Danganronpa people, and also kind of looks like Danganronpa, so that's definitely cool. Nightingale, which looks like an actually interesting fantasy world. We haven't seen a lot of it. We'll see more eventually. Then something that got... And then the last three here are basically things that got shown at the Game Awards just a few weeks back. Judas, which is a game by the creative director of both System Shock 2 and the good Bioshock games, which is Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite. We don't talk about Bioshock 2 on this channel. So if it's anything like that, I'm absolutely in. So yeah. Then we've got Viewfinder, which is a puzzle game very much along the lines of Superliminal. It reminded me a lot of that. So yeah, something mind-bending like that is something I'd definitely like to play through. And lastly, and that's, I mean, kinda, I guess, some Marvel stuff. There's for once a character that I actually, like, to a point, kinda like. Hellboy is getting a game, so yeah, we're gonna see about that. And with that, we're through with the list. So I'd say thank you very much for watching. I will see you next year, or in the next video of whatever I make that's still coming out this year. I don't know. We'll see if there's anything specifically still coming out this year. I guess, I mean, there's a bunch of Sundays left, so You Don't Know Jack is definitely still happening. But yeah, this is probably gonna release on Christmas Eve, so I guess Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the next video. And obviously, both a best of compilation and a shiny compilation are coming up in January. So, till then, my name is WW Dadman, and I'll see you next year.